Hi, hello, happy Monday and happy February 1st. I am so glad to be here with you as usual for our Monday marketing tip with Denise Alvarez here with How to Market Your Horse Business podcast and Storm Lily Marketing. As always, if you are joining me here for the first time or you've been here before but I just haven't heard from you or you just want to let me know you're here, whether it's now when we are live or later on when you're watching the recording, jump into the comments and let me know about your horse business because I love to look at your website. I love to find you on social media and connect with you there. So make sure you please do jump into the comments, leave your business name, and leave a link to your website or your favorite social media place for me to find you, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. So speaking of social media, that is what our Monday marketing tip revolves around today. I know for some, it's kind of a necessary evil. I was listening to somebody on a podcast the other day saying she posts regularly, daily, if not multiple times a day on social media. She's grown her business on social media. But she actually said if given the chance, that is actually the one that she would cut from her business because it's the one that is least natural for her. She has to really work at it. And so if that's you, I get it, and I'm right there with you. And so sometimes that means we just don't really know what to post to make it worth our time. So some people are really good at posting all the time. However, what they're posting isn't quite engaging with their audience. So that may be you as well. You're saying, I get posting, I love to do it, but people don't seem to like my stuff or they don't seem to comment on my things or share it. So we're going to talk about today what you can do, the 3 R's that you can keep in mind to remember as you are creating content for your social media. So those 3 R's are actually inspired by my episode number 17 of the How to Market Your Horse Business podcast that came out last week. And it is 3 proven strategies to help you be very specific and smart with your social media, to actually make an impact with your social media. So the 3 R's we're talking about are not those 3 strategies. It's kind of a little subline of that. So to get all of those strategies, I want you to make sure you listen to episode number 17. You can do it on my website at stormlily.com/17, or you can, of course, find it on any of your favorite podcast players. But what we're talking about here on our Monday marketing tip is one of those strategies, and that is for you to post engaging content. So here is how you get engaging content. Well, first let's define engaging in case you don't know. So engaging actually is when somebody likes your post, when they click on the more link. So if you have a lot of text and they click more to read the rest of that, Facebook and Instagram and all the other places, they consider that engaging. And then of course, if they share it and if they leave a comment, those are things that would be considered engaging with your post. And if you have a video, if they play your video. Okay, so of course you want engaging content because the more that people engage with you, the more they are going to see your stuff. And then the more they share it, of course, then more people who are like those that have already liked your page are going to see what you're putting out there. And obviously you want that because why else would you be putting anything out on social media if you're not wanting to connect with more people? So you want to create engaging content and focus on that when you're creating it. Now, how do we define engaging content? These are the 3 R's that I want you to keep in mind, okay? First is regular. If you create a profile on any of the platforms that are considered social media and you only post every couple of weeks, then you're not really going to see much fruit from that because there's not much out there for people to connect with and engage with. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you need to do it every single day because I know, for one, that's a lot of posting. And for two, if you're posting every day just for the sake of posting, but you're not really thinking about what you're putting out there, being intentional about that, then that's not really going to serve you that well either. So I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week would be ideal for you. And then of course, based on your audience, based on the things that you enjoy doing and that you love, you can always add more to that. Just make sure, again, that you're thinking about what you're putting out there. All right, next. So we've got regular, so I'm looking to the side because I can actually see when people jump on. So I want to make sure and pay attention to that. So do be sure and leave a comment, and I will try to watch for that. Most of the time it does show me, as long as it's not being buggy with Facebook. So I want you to do regular content. I want you to do relevant posts. So relevant meaning it's okay that you want to share what you had for dinner. I know lots of people do. However, if you are a horse trainer, then posting a picture of your amazing dinner is not going to be that relevant for your audience. They don't really care that much. And it doesn't really help them. It doesn't educate them. It doesn't inspire them. It's not related to what you do. Now, however, say you're making dinner for your horses and you're out there getting the feed buckets ready, that's relevant. Post something about that. Obviously, don't just say, out here getting ready to feed. Think about what you're putting into that post, and even better, inspire them to take action. So you could say, this is one of my favorite feeds, or this is my favorite time of day because I think about the day. It's the evening feed, I'm processing. What do you love to do in the evenings? So think about it that way. Think about being relevant, and then of course think about what you're posting with that as well. So post things that are relevant to your industry and especially to your product or service that you provide. So it may be sharing some of your favorite tools. That's a really relevant thing, and people that love to follow you are going to love to find that information out. So there's an idea for you to take. If you haven't shared that, pay attention to the different tools that you have around the barn and share some of those things. I'm sure people would love to know that. Okay, so you've got regular, you've got relevant. Next, I want you to think about rich. And I kind of hinted at what this might mean. And rich, of course, I was trying to come up with that third R for you to make this easy to remember. But rich is what I was saying before. Don't just post a one-liner that doesn't really do anything for your audience. It doesn't have to be a paragraph by any means, but rich means you're actually going to think intentionally and strategically, even if it's just for a few minutes, about how what you're posting is going to serve your audience well. So people follow you on social media because they may be inspired by you, or maybe they like to learn from you. So, and maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe you enjoy doing both of those things. So in your post text or in your captions, I want you to think about how you can use that to create rich content that continues the conversation in the comments, or that continues the conversation on your website or in your email list, or whatever the case may be. Think about your post text as a real opportunity for them to get to know you, to get to know your belief system, maybe your beliefs about training, your beliefs about horses. We all know that lots of people have varied opinions, and people will identify with you if they know that you're in line with how they think about horse training, or how they think about their particular discipline or particular care of their horse, whatever it might be. So share that and engage with them in those comments when they say, yeah, I agree, here's what I think, and ask them what they think. That would be rich content because you're creating a conversation around your post. It's not just a headline. It's not just a news piece to say what you are doing, but instead you're using it to serve your audience. And that is what makes it rich. Okay, so your 3 R's are regular, relevant, and rich content, and that is going to help you create engaging posts on social media. Now again, this is just a snippet of what we talked about on episode number 17 of the How to Market Your Horse Business podcast, so make sure you jump over and listen to that. And then, of course, I have to tell you one more thing. We love social media and marketing, and we absolutely should. It's a free resource that we have available at our fingertips. But here's the thing, and we've talked about this, we don't own it, so make sure that you have a website. Now, I know a lot of people will say, Denise, I have a website, but it's kind of old. I'm kind of be embarrassed for you to check it out. I kind of hate sending people over to it because the pictures are from 10 years ago, and the achievements and ribbons and all of that that are showing are from 4 years ago when I got my cousin to go on there and make some changes. Whatever the case may be, I know that sometimes websites get created or designed, and at the time they look great, but then they kind of get forgotten and they're off to the side. So in case that is you, or in case you have a friend that you're thinking, oh yeah, I know somebody who's kind of in that boat, then I've created a new tool for you. It is called the Ultimate Website Audit Training Kit. And here's what it is. Literally, it's a website audit that I am walking you through. So you may be saying, I don't really know where to start with my website. I don't even want to hire somebody to do it because I don't know how to direct them on what I want because I don't even know yet. So I have this audit training kit for you. It will take you less than 2 hours to go through, and it's going to share with you my 5-step process to audit your own website. So maybe you're not ready to hire a professional just yet, but you want to take that first step. So this is a really good first step that you can do on your own, and you can do in under 2 hours. And with each of those 5 steps, I have a super short but powerful training video that goes along with it. So I'm going to tell you what to look for on your website. You've got a workbook that comes along with it so you can make notes. I've got the specific questions that you need to ask yourself each step of the way so that when you get done, you have an action plan, and you know what changes need to be made on your website to actually make a difference. So here's the deal, because I'm so excited about this new audit training, I'm also throwing in a free coaching call. So for anybody who jumps onto stormlily.com/audit, and I will put that link in the notes here, in the comments here as well. If you jump on and get that by this Friday, so this Friday is February 5th, depending on when you're listening to this, but this Friday by 11:59 p.m., so before it strikes midnight and turns on to Saturday, then I'm going to get on the phone with you and we are going to have a 30-minute coaching call. So you can ask your marketing questions and I will give you my answers and advice, and we'll put some ideas together for you to take. So again, that's if you get this audit by this Friday. It is just $17, and I'm telling you that's way more than the value of a free coaching call, or obviously than free. It's way more than the value of the coaching call. If you were just to order that, it would be $100 for an hour. So, and that's not out of this world, I promise, because I'm going to provide you with some really good information. But here's the thing, instead of paying $100 for an hour, you can go get this audit and it's only $17. So jump over to stormlily.com/audit. It's a training kit, and I promise you, I'm with you every step of the way. I've tried to think of everything I could to make it as easy as possible for you. I know that sometimes you just need to take those first steps to get out there before you're ready to work with someone on your website. And so I wanted to make that as easy as possible. So again, stormlily.com/audit. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Send me a message, send me an email, denise@stormlily.com. I love to hear from you, and I love to help you, which is why I created this resource. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Have fun creating your engaging content. I can't wait to see it and connect with you online. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.